Dave Obi, you were talking earlier about a relative that suffered because he couldn't get, or he was in the line waiting for drugs, and there were other people who could not get drugs because they did not have insurance. What are your concerns about the healthcare debacle going on right now?
Well, my concerns are that healthcare costs continue to rise, insurance companies continue to be in the driver's seat, and I think, and I'm also concerned about some of the bad decisions in the Senate bill. We have got to recognize the fact that healthcare costs are rising out of control, and they won't be controlled without significant reform. And we also have to make sure that when we do pass reform, it is affordable for average people. And we also have to see to it that it will bring costs down over time. And lastly, that it will help at least 30 million additional people to get health care coverage who right now don't have it.
What prevents Medicare being extended to everybody in the United States?
I'm not going to get into a debate about what the model should be. I mean, I've had my own preferences, but I'm not interested in continuing to argue yesterday's arguments. We've got to get something that is affordable and something that gets help to average people. And if you play the game like some members of the Senate have played, where it's only my approach or nothing, then the whole country loses.
Okay. Coming over here today, Senator Birch Bayh announced that he was retiring from the Senate. And the reason for that was he said that politics no longer work in this country, and the work of the people is not being done. What do you think about those comments?
Well, I wouldn't have gotten involved in politics in the first place if I didn't think that this country needed to do better. I have had a bellyful of seeing 30 million, 40 million Americans not able to get health insurance. I don't think it's right that for 6 years in a row, until last year, the wealthiest 1% or the wealthiest 10% of people in this country wound up getting 94% of the income growth. I don't think it's right that we talk a good game in terms of equal opportunity, but we don't provide enough educational opportunity for kids regardless of their economic status. So if I were not unhappy with politics, I wouldn't have gotten involved in it, because obviously politics is not a field you go into if you want to have fun. It's tough business.
One more question. Last week I talked with a young Lac Courte man, just got out of basic training, Fort Leonard Wood. He's on his way to Afghanistan. He's going to be dismantling booby-trapped vehicles. What are you doing about the war?
Well, I am not the president. I'm not the commander-in-chief. I don't have the ability to decide whether our troops are in an area or not. I do think that the existing effort is misguided. I have said I was the first member of Congress to call for Donald Rumsfeld's resignation because of the way they lied to the country about Iraq, and I think Iraq itself was a misguided mission. I doubt very much that our mission in Afghanistan is going to succeed, because I think that the Pakistani government and the Afghan governments are mighty weak reeds to lean on. And I recognize I'm in a minority in Congress on that. But in my view, if this war is going to continue to be pursued, then I want to know how it's going to be paid for, so that it doesn't destroy everything else we're trying to do in terms of building up the economy of our own country.
This is Nick Vanderpye and Congressman Dave Obi for IndianCountryTV.com.